guys, Louie here, and welcome to the new year. I'm glad we made it. I'm just thrilled to be in 2021 and have the past somewhat behind us. And this is my message of optimism for those in our community. And, I think it is pretty well founded that if you're interested in silver, gold, other precious metal stacking, then you're in the right place. I have a little unboxing for you here in a minute, but I started my morning making pulled pork for the New Year's Day. I'll show you a little picture of that. Tremendous value, 7 pound pork shoulder for $14. Made about 6 pounds of pulled pork in a slow cooker. So I highly recommend that if you guys are looking for something easy and yummy for New Year's, but you got to make it the night before. Period. But where are we and what is going on? Well, first of all, I have to say I am happy and blessed to have my whole family around me, and everybody is healthy, and we've made it through so far without any negative consequences. For those of you that lost someone, my condolences. That year that'll be a year that none of us will ever forget. But on to the positive side. So you've realized at this point that the government does not have your best interest in mind. They are not looking to preserve your wealth. They're looking to spread the wealth. They're looking to spread it within our country and also to a very large extent outside of our country as they prop up the world with cheap dollars. And yes, the dollar is falling, but not quite enough yet to set gold and silver off into new records. I was very optimistic that silver would close the year around 27.50, and we just couldn't do it. The dollar is down, but not down enough, and the stimulus package is high, but not high enough to crack that next barrier. But I think it will. I think we'll be up pushing 30 here pretty quickly. And if you have been stacking for a while, you've seen potentially a near doubling of your assets. At the same time, the dollar has been dropping in value, and all goods and services have been increasing in value. I've been talking about commodities for a long time. Well, that's the evidence that inflation is here. You also see it with rising wages on the minimum wage side. So I have no doubt that the purchasing power of the dollar is dropping, and money in the bank is the worst place you can have it. So what is the opportunity? Well, I think the opportunity in silver and gold, and you guys know I like silver better, both for collector coins and for bullion. So, I think we are poised on the brink of something much higher. That's my personal opinion. And if you're into stacking already, then you know that it's paying off handsome dividends. I mean, you cannot argue with stacking at 15 to 17 with $2 premiums, and now we're in the 26.50 range with $5 premiums. You cannot argue that you're making money in this asset class. All right. What'll happen when it pushes over 30? It'll just compound those returns. Now, what would I do if I hadn't been stacking and I was waiting for the pullback? Well, I think the pullbacks are viable. I think that, a dip buyer mentality in precious metals makes a lot of sense right here. And I do think silver has industrial demand going for it, New Green Deal going for it, monetary debasement going for it. But there's definitely been a lid that's kept on the silver price. But I don't think that can stand forever. I think eventually they're going to get out of the way, and they're going to let it run up over 30. All right? And the cost of the inputs of many of the things that we consume are going to go up, but so will your stack, and that's how that is going to protect you. If you're not sure what to do, then I think what I would do is set aside some money into chunks and start averaging in 2650. If we can get back below 25, that'd be great. If we hover here between 26 and 28 for a while, look for the low premiums. All right, I know it's hard to find, but there are low premiums out there if you search hard enough. It may not be the silver that you want, it may not be strategically collectible, but if you can start building your bullion stack at low premium in any form of silver, constitutional right now is plentiful, and the premiums have dropped quite a bit. Why is that? Because that is the type of silver that it can become the least desirable of the bunch. Right, I've seen it happen. The premiums go way up when the market is tight, and the premiums fall to nothing when the market is low. But great prepper silver, nothing you have to do but put it in a bag and leave it there. So that works well, especially if you can get it near spot. Right? For the collector coins, that's a whole different thing. We like to dabble in those. And what a great year it has been for collector coins. I know the Libertad craze is out of control. But if you do your research and you make your moves before everyone else makes them, and you limit your downside by not going too crazy on the premiums before some of the big moves happen, you can participate in that as well. So there were several really, really super hot coins that doubled and tripled, right? I was just looking at those 2-ounce libs, and LPM has got them for sale for $249 now, period. Wow. I mean, that's an example of do your homework, watch the mintages, and you'll be rewarded. But remember, you have to sell. You can't just hold on to collector coins forever. Some I do, but looking for better times ahead. But if something has tripled, go ahead and sell it, man, and get something cheaper and replenish your stack with that and wait for spot to come up, because I think it is. The sunrise is getting a little closer here in my corner of the world, and boy, do I love living in the country here. It is so nice. I've just got a wonderful neighbor, and it is so serene and nice. And what a trade it was for my family to get out of our large home in the upper side of town and move out into the country. I mean, we're able to have everything we want, some land, have the whole family around and living with us in some cases. So, boy, I highly recommend that if you can do that in a frugal manner. I hear real estate is continuing to skyrocket. And we saw that in the 80s. My first home purchase, actually, it was a condo conversion in the 80s, back when interest rates were 18%. Well, people were buying homes because they were going up just that fast. And the main thing was to get into the market with a little foothold so that you weren't left out. So I think if you can do that, I would not stay out of real estate. I think real estate is showing the signs of inflation just like everything else. Will there be a crash in real estate? No, I don't think so. I think prices could come back down 10, 20%. But in this bubble economy, in this inflationary environment, anything with tangible value is going to be highly sought after and manipulated to the upside. And now we have major corporations buying real estate, REOs and whatnot, and flipping them. So there's going to be a bottom under that for a while. In terms of the economy, well, you saw the PMI index was up the other day, and I think that was the day that silver was like a rocket. And I really thought we'd see 27s the next day, but that didn't happen. But they're putting silver in everything. Okay, everything we use and everything we want to use and everything we aspire to use more of for the environment has got silver in it, guys. All right, are you where else would you want to be? Well, had you been in copper or aluminum or wood, you possibly could have made that 40% return as well. But silver is instrumental. It's absolutely instrumental in everything we do. If you're looking for a crash in the price of silver, possibly as a result of the next Great Depression, which I'm becoming more and more skeptical will happen. Um, you know, don't hold out forever. Get yourself in with a little foothold, just like in real estate. Average yourself in on down days, on down premium days, and just get your little stack going. That's what I would say. Don't forget about gold. I like silver better. Platinum has broken out here, also an indicator that manufacturing, especially in the diesel area, is going to be coming back. So 10% of your net worth in precious metals, right here, a good place to be. No, it's not Bitcoin. I actually own a little Ethereum by accident. I had purchased some to purchase some Norfed Liberty dollar crypto silver a while ago, and I couldn't navigate getting that Liberty crypto into my wallet, and just gave up and sat on the Ethereum. Well, luckily that doubled in price, so it was only $400 worth of Ethereum, but now it's pushing 800. If it goes to 80,000, well, then great. But I don't know about Bitcoin. I can't advise you about Bitcoin, but it sure makes us stackers look stupid, though, doesn't it? That's okay. That's okay, because the alternative to what I'm doing right now, and perhaps what you're doing as well, is money in the bank earning 2 to 4%, right? So that is a losing deal. Cash is king when things drop, and you should always have some, but no more money in the bank earning 2 to 4%. The other thing I'm doing for the new year, and have been doing for the last 4 months, is teaching myself how to swing trade my self-directed IRA, so I can have metals, I can have anything I want to buy. I can go long, I can go short through puts. So that for the 90% or 80% of your net worth that you've got in the stock market, I think you have to actively manage that, and that's what I'm doing, and that's paying off very well. I'm really enjoying watching how that whole hedge fund world works, and using my money in a smart way where I can protect the downside. The secret to investing is capitalizing on the upside, maybe in some of the high flying stuff, but always protecting the downside. So, I keep about 5% of my portfolio in downside protection, and then you can just appreciate, you can go up when the market goes up. And I think the market's going to keep going up because that is the only direction, our government wants it to go, right? There will be more stimulus, and that they're just going to let the money flow until the inflation rates, as they measure it, probably gets above 4%, which for you and me, that'll be 14%. And you see it already, but the government does not see it yet. So, goals for 2021, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't get talked out of your positions. I can't believe, well, I mean, there are physical positions, then there are paper positions, and then there are equities. In regard to the miners, I just can't believe how quickly they recovered. I mean, they are on fire again, and I'm so happy I didn't sell out all my small, junior miners and whatnot positions when the bottom dropped out. I did have a hedge on for that, but holding all those positions, wow, that's been really cool to watch those run, and I think we're going to see a double or triple in the miners. So, if you can, if you like equities, put a small stakehold in some miners. There appears to be nothing but upside during this cycle right now. Where is the floor in silver, for example? Okay, well, someone that I watch religiously is Keith Neumeyer of First Majestic Silver Mining. Definitely one of the biggest and highest quality companies among the miners. And for that reason, it tends to be fully valued. You know, it's not like some of the juniors where you could see a double or a triple, but it's been marching upward. Now, Keith Neumeyer, who's been in the business for 40 years, you know, he has to value his company. And in an interview with him a couple of months ago, when silver was probably in the very same price range, he said that all of his future projections for silver miner production and valuations and whatnot are predicated on a floor of silver no less than 2250, right? That is what somebody in the industry who has bet his life and his life savings on silver is using as a conservative number, as kind of like a low end band for you know, where silver might go. And we weren't far from there, you know, a couple weeks ago. But so that tells you something. He's not predicting $17 silver. He's betting his fortune and his company that silver will never see south of 2250 again. Now that helps me to set a risk limit in my mind and not get too worried about the bottom falling out. So I think that's a good reason to stay invested up here at 2650, and if we get back down in the 25s and 24s, buy more. You know this is going to work out for you guys, and that's why you're in this community. Don't get stuck on the hype and don't worry about missing out on the new hot coin, but do keep your stack growing. Don't make your stack too complex that you know, it's hard to understand and hard to liquidate. Stack some bullion close to spot and get a big pile of it going, okay? And don't forget the gold. It is a bargain here, but silver is going to go up much faster than gold. And then when the silver ratio touches 60 or 50, trade out some for all the gold you want. You know, it's silver that people are really going to need in an economic expansion, and then the monetary investors, you know, will add to that. Will mining production increase as a result of higher prices? Yeah, but that tends to happen slow. You know, they can't just microwave popcorn a brand new mine into existence. So there's a lot of work that's got to be done to bring on silver mines. And of course, it is a byproduct of other metals, and those prices are going up. But, you know, are they going to mine more? Yeah, if they can, but it's the same thing for other base metals. These mines don't just pop up, and a lot of them were decommissioned and slowed down. And with the surge, which we are absolutely experiencing, don't let your guard down. People are getting sick again. But that's not good for the mining industry. What that is good for is increasing prices and constricted demand. So that's how I see that. All right, I am back with my unboxing, and this is one of the sillier things I bought last year. Didn't really occur to me that Trump was going to lose. I know some of you say he hasn't yet, but this is something I thought would be collectible. Turns out I'm probably wrong. Cost $100, and this is from the White House gift shop, and it came very well packaged. Very well packaged. I pulled it apart, and there is the COA. Yes, this is President Donald J. Trump defeats COVID, and boy did he ever. He kicked its ass. So there you go. But there is this enormous medal, let's say, in memoriam for for those lost. President Trump defeats COVID, number 4354. So this is not limited. This is silly high mintage. I don't know why I bought this thing. Actually bought two if anybody needs one. It is edge. Oh, we got little stars on the edge. So that's cool. kind of a golden edge, fully colorized, 45th president. Nice smile on his face there. And then, what do we have back here? Iconic accomplishments of the 45th President of the United States. Let's see. Economy, military, virus, vaccine dispersion, space program, and something accords. I can't quite make that out. So yes, he did a lot of things. That's beautiful. A reverse on that. It's almost like a cloisonne, kind of a fill on that coin. I don't think there are any precious metals in this coin, and it did cost $100. So let's see what it says here. Oopsie. Anyway, when I bought this, I really didn't think he was going to lose the election. But and his memorabilia is sinking a little bit in value. But for those of you that are getting the full Trump memorabilia collection, he will go down in history without a doubt as a very influential president. He certainly was, for good or for bad. You may not like the guy, but there were some good things that happened under his administration, and then there were some bad things as well. So there you go. There you go. I don't know what you think of that, but I thought I'd unbox it for you. And again, I got two of those, but not a wise purchase on my part. But we'll see. We'll see how that does over time. Okay, so I guess we'll cut out here with a picture of the big guy. Wish you well in 2021. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Don't get shaken out. Keep strong. Keep your silver in the stack. Keep your gold in the stack. Have some platinum in the stack. Don't get ripped off with hype. Don't pay aftermarket prices. I never ever recommend to my friends here on YouTube that you pay the higher prices. What I recommend is that you follow smart people. You do your research. You stock your coins, and then you grab them at the opening prices. And when they go up, don't be the buyer, be the seller. And if you're just going to stack it for posterity, again, don't buy the hype. Get in on the ground floor, use your common sense, and keep the bullion percentage of your stack high, because that's where the true value is. And I look forward to a much better 2021. You talk about opportunities. Well, was there ever a year in 2020 where the opportunities were not greater? And I'm talking about silver, going from 18 to 12 and then back up to 30. I mean, if you had conviction in what we're doing, kind of like the Bitcoin people do, you would have been buying with both hands. And, when people say things like, when silver was $12, I couldn't buy anything less than 20. It's not true, okay? They couldn't buy what they wanted most. Maybe that was a silver eagle. Who knows, what exactly that was. But there is always silver at lower premium if you're willing to switch up and diversify what you stack. You can go back to my videos from around April, and you'll see tons of silver, selling way below $20. I'll have to look at some of those videos, but yes, you had to wait, for supply to catch up with the new prices, and sometimes that took a month or two. But you literally could have bought all the silver you wanted around $18, okay, just bullion, and right now it's $26.50. And you could walk into your LCS with any form of bullion and get at least $1 under spot. So people that were paying attention and had conviction, whether it be for the bullion, the collector coins, or the miners, for example, have made a fortune this year. So I would encourage you not to be a victim, not to believe everything that people say, and prove it for yourself. Prove it for yourself before you believe it. Check everything I'm saying, all true, and look for the opportunities. You'll be happy you did. And when the sentiment changes, like it is right now, changing back up to the upside, it'll pay huge dividends. Huge. Okay, guys, happy 2021. Keep the faith, hug everybody you love, and enjoy the brand new year. Louie out.